let's go across the pond for a minute to the United Kingdom. So recently, late last year, they imposed a ban on mobile phones for the entire school day. There was some government guidance around this. Is this an extreme measure to, like, in a very paternalist way, take the phones literally out of their hand, and not give it back to them until the end of the day? And should we be following that in the US? What do you say about that?
Yeah, I think we should be following it in the US, absolutely. They're designed to be distraction devices. They really are. How could we give them to kids and expect them to stay focused on academics and on their social interactions? So my biggest concern is that they're lacking the social skill development and the emotional skill development because the phones are so distracting.
Mm.
Most school districts, elementary school and middle school, they're pretty clear, no phones whatsoever. If kids happen to own a phone in middle school, they need to be locked away in a backpack. Great. A lot of high schools are letting the students have their phones. Maybe teachers have a little basket they go in, but they have them throughout the day. And my biggest concern, I was talking to a school counselor a few weeks ago. I was asking her, tell me what it's like in between classes in the hallways. She says they don't make eye contact. They're
Really?
looking down at their phones as they're walking. I asked my 15-year-old, he was talking about, chatting with someone. I was like, well, what about like after class, right before the bell rings? Don't you guys chat? He's like, no, everyone's on their phones. When
Is
I
that
think back,
a
right,
norm? Is that a norm now?
that's a,
Even though
it's
I'm
the
not in high school anymore. Is
it's the norm if they have their phones. If they have them, they can't not look at them. We all know what that feels like, and
Yeah.
especially for them. So I am a big proponent in phone-free schools, in phone-free high schools, and there are some, great solutions that schools can implement now. I think it's really critical, actually, for addressing this mental health epidemic that we're talking about.